we stumbled upon something. We started the show. It's one thing to come up with the 50 greatest players of all time. We've come up with the 50. We're trying to come up with the 50 goodest players of all time. So this is based off Al Horford. Now,
okay,
and Paul Millsap, Joe Johnson, Vlade Divac.
But Joe Johnson was an all-star for a few years. Al Horford is an all-star. You could be an all-star, though, right?
You can't make more than 5 all-star teams.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like Nick Van Exel's on the goodest players. John Starks is a goodest player. Michael Finley, a goodest player.
I would put Eddie Jones, former Laker.
Yeah.
Here's one. How about Ricky Pierce?
Ooh.
Back in the day, Ricky Pierce was a bad boy. Detlef Schrempf.
Yep. You had a roster full of guys.
Yeah.
Like you had Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Rick Von Smits, Detlef Schrempf, Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson could be on that list, yes.
Yeah, so it's really hard to come up with the 50 goodest players of all time.
It is. It's very difficult because these guys were on the fringe of being great, but they were paired with superstars that sometimes their talent got overshadowed. But if you took a poll of locker rooms, Mark Jackson, Detlef, Ricky Pierce, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, those guys were the heartbeats of those teams.
Goodest players. Who were some of the other players that we had? McLovin?
We said Sharif Abdur-Rahim.
Sharif Abdur-Rahim.
Rashard Lewis.
Ooh, Rashard Lewis.
Lots of different. Mike Bibby was one.
Is Mike Bibby a goodest player?
Oh, yes. Mike Bibby, Peja on that team. OG Bobby Jackson.
Bobby Jackson. Yeah, Paulie.
A lot of these guys are great, like Jason Terry.
Yeah. Jason Terry, he would be the sixth man. He's not good enough to be a starting 5 on Goodest. Now, we did have some controversy here because Paulie mentioned Kevin Johnson, and it feels like he was better than being good. So he was a very gooder, not like he's not.
All the gentlemen that we just mentioned up before Kevin Johnson will probably never be in the Hall of Fame. Kevin Johnson should be in the Hall of Fame, and he's been nominated the last 4 or 5 years. So he's on the fringe of being a Hall of Fame player.
Okay.
The other guys we mentioned will not be in the Hall of Fame. Kevin Johnson, at some point in time, will be in the Hall of Fame, so you can't make him a goodest player.
How about Derek?
If you're going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Derek Coleman?
Yes.
Okay. How about?
But he was really good. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Derek Harper? He's not on the Goodest?
Nah. On that team, when he was at his height of that Dallas Maverick teams, what about Mark Aguirre?
We thought Aguirre might be too good because he was really too good early. Like his first 5 years, he was averaging 24, 25 a game. He might be too good.
Okay.
All right.
But he was a great role player on that Pistons team when he was traded to make him a good player along with Joe D, Isaiah, Lambeer, Mahorn.
Yeah. Is Lambeer a Goodest?
Yes, Goodest. Definitely. He might be the starting center on that Goodest.
Well, we were thinking
Absolutely.
Vlade Divac might be our center on the Goodest.
That's a good call. I still may go with Lambeer because of the toughness factor, too. I think I'll roll with Lambeer, though Vlade did more.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.